All over the world, micro-businesses have been known to be the driver of the economy of developing countries, employing over 65% of the population. As a strategy to sustainably address the challenge of poverty and empower families to become financially independent, SIFE Nigeria, in partnership with First City Monument Bank, FCMB, designed a community-based project aimed at empowering disadvantaged people in a sustainable way.
We actually started this program of training women and youths in Kano a couple of years ago, about 150 of them, and we're actually rolling out the same program in Port Harcourt, River State.
The project, Skills4life, is an FCMB-sponsored community empowerment program designed and implemented by SIFE Nigeria, working closely with the University of Port Harcourt SIFE team.
SIFE team here in University of Port Harcourt, we came together, we brainstormed, we took survey of the places of the communities around us to know the skills that are marketable, and then we were to come up with 5 skills. All skills we chose are skills that you can learn within the space of 3 months.
This program very much speaks to the economic empowerment, which is one of the main strands of our CSR initiative. We believe through our CSR initiative, it's important that the communities in which we operate in should and must benefit from our presence.
Designed to empower the uneducated, unskilled, unemployed youth and women in our communities, the Skills4life project focuses on providing economic opportunities, giving birth to new businesses, and transforming select rural communities in Port Harcourt, River State.
Just on the outskirts of the bustling city of Port Harcourt, you have these rural communities. A number of the participants informed us that they got to know about these training programs from the town crier.
A town crier announced around the village. My mom heard and she told me, so I went to the venue where they register. That was how I knew.
The challenge was getting the people that really deserve these skills for life, and the way we did it was to get through to the community leaders in the communities we went to. We went to Choba, we went to Alakaya, we went to Alu, we went to Omoko, we went to Omokri, and Umahong, and these communities. We met with the chief leaders. They chose a date. The information was passed to the people through the town criers, and on that day they came and then they were interviewed, one-on-one interview, to know the situation they are going through and to know if they really deserve the program Skills4life.
This year we targeted 200 Niger Delta youth in 4 various communities.
We have actually kept our promise of going to the people who need us most, and adding value to the communities in which we operate.
The smell is not okay.
To achieve its objective, the unemployed were engaged in a 3-month practical training session in various skill sets, such as fish farming, hairdressing, catering, snail farming, grass cutter farming, and barbing.
The skill sets that we train the various people in the various geographies obviously differ from region to region, and obviously the skills have to be marketable within their local environments. But there is a common thrust that runs through it, and the fundamental idea is equipping people with skills that enable them to come out of the poverty trap they find themselves.
The project was flagged off on the 23rd of July 2010 with the induction ceremony held at the University of Port Harcourt, River State.
Looking at the initial projection we had, we were thinking that it would be very difficult for us to get 200 youths. But when we started the project, in fact, the people that came were far more than 400. It took us a lot of time, stress, in order for us to now select the 200 persons. There are a lot of youths out there that are not doing anything.
I'm happy that we made the right choice of people, because if you look at these people, you'll be happy that yes, they've been moved. Each time we go to our SIFE students, they tell us thank you. They tell us they are really happy being part of the program. So The whole thing was stressful, but it was worth it.
A total of 185 unemployed youths and women were registered and attached to different facilitators. The facilitators were charged with the responsibility of providing life-transforming training in addition to practical skills acquisition over a period of 3 months.
So now we restyle the hair. We have to start from afresh. Even to the instead of washing of hair, I have to teach the person how to wash hair. But at thank God, most of them now they can do a lot of things like pedicure, facial treatments, and then the rest, even makeup. So I have to discipline them to the core. Most of them, when they come, they register in, they sign in and sign out. So time to come, when you just come, you have to sign in. If you didn't sign in, meaning you didn't come to work that day, even though you are there.
From the first week, I taught them how to make cakes. I know that cake takes a lot of time to learn, so we started off with practicals. Where do we place our knife?
The knife is the left-hand side.
Yeah, someone else? The right-hand side. Why? Then where do you place your fork? On the left-hand side. I teach them applied catering. I applied in the sense that what they can easily find around through improvised means to get income for themselves without actually resorting to vices.
It's interesting to know that some of these facilitators were products of earlier Skills for Life projects, a testimony to the sustainability of the project.
The story there is in 2009, I was among of the trainees, and God helping me, I didn't just lean and drop it. I started a letter with a small rubber. God being on it, before I knew it, people started calling me in other places to come and put pond for them. And the time come, then before I know it, I begin to see my future high on this business. Today, 2010, I'm choosing to be one of the facilitators.
The mantra we believe in is teach a man to fish, and as against giving a man a fish. So when you think about that, there are two things that strike you. There is equipping somebody with some skills, and there's the sustainability aspect of it. So equipping with skills and sustainability is very much at the thrust of our CSR philosophy.
Just 10 weeks into the training, some of the trainees are already painting the picture of a bright future.
I will tell her thank you. When I don't start my own fund, I will call her and come, give her a feature and I'm going to. I have to have my own work, open my own pond, help others too. So at least the family problem will reduce on my own side.
I have a dream of opening a shop. You understand? I didn't just come here to learn and sit back at home. I want to learn. I want to be a stylist, to open a shop on my own, be on my own, and I think I'll have such opportunity to train others.
After the program, since I don't have any place of my own for now, I'll start by making people's hair, convince those that do not know, and make their hair, then gather money from there, set up my own business.
While others are already exploring the economic opportunities created for them by using the knowledge and skills acquired to generate income and support their families.
Like the first day I learned how to make meat pie, I didn't just go home like that and sit down. I have to go to the junction, to the market, and bought some of those things that my little money I have can afford. So I have to buy them and go home and practice them. After doing them, I have to share it to people around me. See, I can do this one now. I used to make meat pie, distribute it, because she taught us not to be stingy, that we should advertise our product. If we just do them and sit in the house, that nobody knows that yes, we are doing all these things. So we have to practice them and share it to people so that they can taste it and see how far we are going. So that when we make them and keep, they too can come and buy. So I have to go home and buy all these things. So the next day I started selling. I have to make a lot and keep in my neighbor's shop. Tell them to help me and sell some of them. So before I came back, they said, the thing I've already finished. That they said that it was too sweet. I should go home and make more again. So I was happy. The next day I have to add the donut you have been. The first day I only made the meat, but I thought they wouldn't. But I have to do donuts and add my scotch egg also. And I also made zobo to keep in my neighbor's fridge since I don't have where to keep in my neighbor's fridge. So she starts selling small, small. With that, I'll be able to make money. All my ambition was being a caterer. I've always lost the ambition of being the caterer, but the opportunity hasn't come. I don't have somebody to train me. So when I heard of this program, I was very happy. I went, that first day I went there to make sure that my name was in the list.
This is indeed a partnership of vision designed to ameliorate poverty and contribute to the stimulation of the economy by supporting small and medium-scale enterprises.
If we can be doing like this, as I train them, they are 15 in numbers, and if these 15 can train another, each of them 15, Nigeria will get better, just to change the society.
I believe, from what I have seen, the turn-up and the knowledge gained by the people and their interest, I believe it's not going to be a waste. Whatever is invested into this program will actually help the people and to reduce crime rate, because I believe one of the things that is causing high level of crime in Africa is because of unemployment.
It's been really good to see how positively they have responded to this training. One of the most amazing things is the fact that even before the training has gone halfway, many of the beneficiaries have gone on to start up something for themselves. For example, the snail farming. All 10 participants have started up a small snail farm in their homes.
When I move around these days, I see shops and snacks everywhere displayed. Some of them make money. They even buy me gifts, you know. Some of them bring back, they call me online, oh, I'm quoting so price. What do you think? Am I okay? Am I in line? No. When we're contributing for practical class, it's not as tedious as before, where we need to shout and some will be begging, we don't have money. But now they easily, you know, even at a shortest notice, they can make money ready, they can make their materials ready. So I feel joy that even if I've left this community, my work will live on. And at least I have people I can count on. I can give my customers confidently to them.
This program has been able to bridge the gap, to replace their idle nature for something hands-on, where they get to learn something very good, like hairdressing, barbing, you know, marketable skills. And the results we're getting from some of them tells us that they've been really making money, and then they're getting businesses coming in. Even the community leaders are really happy because of the change Skills for Life is bringing to their community. And as students, we are excited because we are part of this change agent. There is no more joy than being part of it when you see people who could have robbed you on the way. They are doing something for themselves and carving a niche for themselves. So I feel Skills for Life has done something positive, especially to the youths here in the Niger Delta.
If you do this thing and you do it well, that means we all succeed. But if you don't do it well, it's not just the fact that we have wasted money. It's like we have failed. And all these students who leave their studies to help, that means they have failed as well. And that's not what we want. Because next year when we are saying, give us money, we want to go to Warri, nobody will listen to us. So you really need to see this, that you're not just doing it for yourself. In as much as this is our way of helping the society, your success too is a way of helping the society. We are really pleased that we chose to take that chance and come here to Port Harcourt and train these people.
Skills for Life is successfully combining the ingenuity of SIFE Nigeria and the commitment of FCMB towards developing young entrepreneurs.
For us, the difference in the lives of the people we work with is so key. And apart from giving them skills and training them in businesses, it also is one of our ambition to make sure we maintain a firm handshake with the people, whereby we ensure that whatever positive impact we make on their lives is sustainable over a reasonable amount of time.